Welcome back to another video, you guys. We are still in Malaysia at our breeding facility. Today, I am going to show you our Ptyas Carinata, our greater keel rat snakes. I am not going to show you the baby because we showed that baby already in another video. I didn't want to say previous video because I don't know what order these videos are going to drop. If you've already seen it, that's the one. If you haven't seen it yet, it's coming out probably next week or whatever. So I'm going to show you our adults. We have one male and we have 5 females. The 3 original animals that I showed you in the previous video, I shipped over from the US from my personal collection, and the other 3 animals were wild caught here in Malaysia, and they have been in quarantine for the last 4 months and they've been moved out. So I'm gonna show you guys those 6 animals. You may hear background noise. I apologize, I cannot fix it. There is some sort of construction going on upstairs. I know in the last video from the facility, I had some people complaining about the echo. So I bought new microphones and I've eliminated the echo, but I cannot eliminate that. So I'm sorry if it bothers you, but it is what it is. This is our last day here and I have to film, I have no choice. So let's start over here, you guys. I am gonna show you all the females first and the male last. So this is one of the females. Now remember, these are Malaysia locality. I know a couple of you people out there do have Ptyas now of your own. There's been some wild-caught imports that made their way from Europe to the United States, and those are all looking Indonesian to me. We are only doing Malaysian here at this point. I think you can see the difference. The Malaysian animals can be very light, very beautifully white banded, and yeah, I mean, look for yourself. You guys can decide based on what you see being posted around. I really like the Malaysian animals. I just think they're prettier. So this is one of the females. She is adult. She is breedable at this size. This is pretty much the biggest that females will get. Now these animals only get held when I'm here, so you're talking maybe on average like it will be like 2 to 3 times per year that I'm going to be in here and be able to handle these snakes. So this is kind of just them being them. They're not tame, they're not being handled at all. So super cool. As you all know, one of my absolute favorites. So that is female number 1. Female number 2 is down here, and she looks like she may be going into shed. Yeah, it looks like it. So she's going into shed, you guys. She's starting to turn opaque, but she is really, really pretty. I got this animal as a baby and raised her as such. When I sent her over here, she was only like about maybe 18 inches long or so, something like that. She was still, I would consider, a baby, and she has grown rather well and super clean, really nice looking. If she wasn't in shed at this moment, you would see how crisp and clean and how bright white she is, but very, very nice. Okay, that's female number 2. Female number 3. And these are all wild caught, by the way, for those of you that may not have a lot of knowledge about these guys. Come on. There we go. So they're all a little bit different. They have a little bit of a slight difference in color tone. You'll see in the male is quite different in color. and I'll point out some differences with him, but another pretty much fully grown female. All right, that is female number 3. Missing a little bit of the tip of the tail, but it is what it is. Now this is one of the females that came out of quarantine. Very light colored individual, very pale. So that is female number 4. This one's very dark, but actually kind of unique. Probably in the US, for as many melanistic animals as I see posted, right, in quotation marks, melanistic. This one is not melanistic, it's just a darker one. But the pattern is really interesting in the back here. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that, but it's Malaysia, and Malaysia offers quite a bit different looks in a lot of different species, and Ptyas Carinata is definitely one of them. So, and you can see the belly is dark, which is just a bit different. So that is female number 5. So I'll use this one as an example. Pay attention to the pattern here that it turns to in the tail area. Kind of a checkered, spotted, dashed, whatever you want to call it. That is normal. The pattern is normal. And the male is a bit different, so I'll show you him. So he has a stub tail, and it's not going to affect him for breeding, but you can see that this animal is very different. It lacks a lot of pattern in the forward portion of the body, and the tail is like granite or peppered. I don't know how you want to describe it, but it's a different pattern. And the color scheme is different. This is a gold animal. So this is a male. So we now have 1.5, not including the baby that's in quarantine. So pretty interesting, really pretty. I like it a lot. And I'm hoping we can continue having some more show up. We have really, really good luck with the wild-caught animals, although we don't have a choice at this point. But that is that. So that is it, you guys, for today's video. Ptyas Carinata. Again, I apologize for the background noise, but that is our collection up until now, and then plus the baby. So we have a total of 7 animals. At any point, new animals can show up and probably just get moved into quarantine when I'm here. There's no animals being moved into quarantine while I'm not here, because by adding new animals into quarantine, it's prolonging the quarantine for the animals that are still in there, regardless of how long they've been in there. So the only time animals get moved out of quarantine is when I'm here. So maybe every 3 months, every 4 months, the animals that have passed quarantine get moved out, and then I will go to the wild-caught side And the animals that have been earmarked for myself or brand new animals that happen to arrive while I'm here, they will get pulled out and moved into quarantine, and the whole quarantine will start over from the beginning with the new animals. And then we just keep moving it in stages into the main room here. So that is about it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Take care.